Actually, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have everybody come down. I'm gonna hand you your parting gifts. And once again, these are small tokens to be utilized to represent the appreciation that we've had for you. Certainly, this cannot replace our actual sentiment for you, but just take this as a small token. There you are. Congratulations. No. You gotta stay. Oh, okay. Mr. Siebert, come on down.
Yeah.
Jackie, come on down. Yes, you got it. Let's see. Jen Smith, come on down. We have Gray Hayes. Come on down, Dr. Hayes. There you are, sir. We have Barry Smith. Probably the other Jeff Pond. You're not giving one. I believe. All right, that is all of our retirees that are here. Why don't we all come together right in the center here, if you don't mind. Please, right in the middle. Where's Jack? Want to kick us off?
Yeah. Bev has been here for 36 years. Bev was she worked in the cafeteria when I went to school here. And I'd love to say that she's the reason and I'd love to say she's the reason I became a lunch lady myself, so I will say that. So the past 2 years since I started, Bev has been my rock and mostly adult supervision. And it's impossible not to have fun when Bev is in the room, hallway, or general vicinity. Whether it's dancing in the kitchen, joking with students and staff, or harassing Mr. Long, Bev will be great. So thank you.
Let me say a couple words about Jackie. So Jackie's been with Salamanca for over 27 years. She's described as one of our go-to drivers, right? And we know the importance of transportation, and we know the struggles that have happened with transportation across the state, getting drivers, the changes that occur, the need to be flexible. And Jackie really has been described as always there in a pinch. She's exceptionally well respected by her peers and her supervisors. And I'd just like each one of us to think for just a moment, over that many years, think for a moment about how many students have started their school day with Jackie saying good morning as they get on the bus, right? I don't know as though we can really overestimate the importance that each one of our individuals have, no matter what their role, but particularly our transportation. Because that sets the tone for the students as they, start their academic day, and it ends the day for many of them. And then it also stretches on when we have evening events, whether it be athletics, field trips, or whatnot. Sometimes our students are on the buses for hours and hours and hours. They're not getting home until 10, 11, 12 o'clock, and then our driver is even later than that. So, Jackie, you're deeply going to be missed, and we thank you very much for your service. Barry?
I'm filling in for Rick. I'm not sure he is. Barry has been with the district for 15 years, and Barry is always a good help as a custodian anywhere is needed, would move, clean up, and take care of anything I needed him to. And Barry would work any building in the district when someone was off. He was always willing to help anyone. And Barry will truly be missed as my day custodian. Good luck.
Let's see, how about Dr. Hayes? You're not retired yet. So,
So, Dr. Hayes is truly a jack of all trades. He came in, to start with us about 5 years ago as a second career. He's taught earth science, computer science, GIS, robotics, created an after-school, pressure cooking class for our students. That was a huge hit. Dr. Hayes absolutely 100% cares about the students and being a positive influence in their lives. He is leaving big shoes to fill, and that he has filled so many holes, played so many roles, and has worn numerous hats. I can even remember him climbing our mountain of dirt out here to show the kids how to take some GIS points to create like a topographical map. So Dr. Hayes is super dedicated. There's even a time when he showed up to work and we didn't have school.
2 times. Working on calendar issues.
So Dr. Hayes, never underestimate the positive influence that you have on your students and your adults. You will be missed, and we wish you the very best.
All right, so tonight we would like to recognize Jen Smith. We want to celebrate her and the profound impact that she has had on students, staff, and the community. Jen is retiring with 12 years of service in the district, and I've been fortunate enough to work with her for 3 of those years as one of our 32 teachers. Jen has done an amazing job in one of our integrated co-taught classrooms. She works seamlessly with her special education counterparts. And she is a testament to all the strengths. This is a testament to all the strengths that she brings to the team. She's a team player. She's highly organized, compassionate, thinks of very creative ways to engage students in their learning, very authentic ways in bringing actual materials into lessons. And she has a strong rapport with her colleagues. We've been missing her for several months already. And she's a valued member of the team and will be greatly missed. And in retirement, she looks forward to traveling and spending time with her family. And we're hoping she'll get bored very quickly in retirement and we'll come back and stuff. Congratulations.
All right, and now I get to say a few words about Mr. Siebert. So Chris has been working with Salamanca for 31 years. He started as a 7th grade science teacher. Since then, he's taught biology, served as assistant principal, athletic director, he's coached. Now he's the principal, of course, of Salamanca High School. There's probably a few other titles that I have omitted along the way. Chris has always been student focused. Making decisions that are in the best interest of the child is quite literally simply who Chris is. If you speak to those who have known him throughout his career, they will always go back to saying he was a great teacher. And there's a lot of other positive comments that come along. God. But I know he's like me, and there is no higher compliment than that of being called a teacher, let alone to be called a great teacher. Chris, you're going to be deeply missed.
Congratulations.
So these ladies and gentlemen, as well as 13 other, 12 other individuals, comprise a total of 249 years of service to the school district. And there's no way that we can replace those 249 years, no matter who we bring on board. And we just want to acknowledge that and once again say thank you for your dedication and service. We wish you the very best moving forward in your lives, and you are always welcome to come back because as we say here, once you're a warrior, you are always a warrior. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, yes. Hold on, Jen. We have cupcakes if you. Oh, all right. Is it okay to take a?
Absolutely.
All right, so we're gonna take a couple minute break. Retirees, come on down. Board members, guests, we have some cupcakes. We're gonna have a short celebration here.
He's like all over this, every contractor, person I talk to in the industry says they would take them apart. This is a really good worker, good operator. sometimes say.
Oh, yeah. It looks like- yeah, but definitely-
I wonder why my hands are so done. I remember all the activities I did. But then yesterday was just filled with golf too. But the tournament was quite all one. And then I got back to golf.
Lloyd, what's going on? Did you make a cupcake burger?
Carrie does
Just way smarter. Gosh, and I was like, yeah, damn, what's I doing? I couldn't remember to do it. Yeah, that's like way better. You can like, make a sandwich.
Yeah, we're ready to kick things off again. Think so. Everybody ready? Done chewing? Yep.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, just go.
Yep.
All right, everyone, we're gonna get started back up again. We were on section 3, recognitions and presentations, and we have our 2023-2024 athletics year in review presentation. Mr. Barton, yeah, it's very closing. Thank you, guys. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jen.
All right, so I first want to thank Mr. Bennett for putting together the booklet here. We wanted to do something a little different instead of a PowerPoint. And Adam went through a lot of the old pictures from the year that Levi had. Used Publisher and put this together. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. And thank you guys for the opportunity to present. It is seeing the retirees up here and hearing the great things about them. Sometimes you don't get to reflect enough, and everyone has great things to say about them and making a difference in our community. And this year, when you're able to look back, this was a significant and historic year for our athletics program. Thank you, start with you guys on the board and the support that you provide. The board, the administration, you create a climate of success. You create the expectations to get things done. And that filters down through the community. It's not just varsity level, it's all the way through the youth level. We've got volunteer coaches on the board. We got coaches who are working at the lowest levels. I think, Kristen, you're probably at the lowest level right now with some really young lacrosse groups. And you know what it's like to go to youth practice every day and you're trying to uphold a certain standard. And you carry that on through the upper levels. I know the girls lacrosse program is getting, you got a little bit older girl. You don't have the young bucks, but I saw 8U soccer, 6U soccer the other day. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's too young. But the point being is we're a community, and it all starts, you know, with our district driving it, and it filters on down. And this year was a culmination of all that. And it's just nice to be able to actually look through this and take a look at how this year went. Because when you're in the mix, sometimes it's hard to appreciate it. So we started the front page here just with a little bit of the overview. All right, we had a couple teams at the top that went to the Final Four. All right, and then we had 2 girls programs, our girls lacrosse, first time ever Section 6 finalists in a rainstorm that, you know, so close, great night. And our girls track and field just had a fantastic season. Our numbers spiked this year, and they competed with the best. So their league, they finished first in their league and Class D sectional runners up. So very, very thorough numbers on our girls side. And then our unified programs seen in just a great turnout this year. And, you know, one thing we're looking to do, New York State offers what they call unified champion schools. And that's something that we're pushing to do, which is going to just on our end, it's gonna be more information for our students. And I would like to come back at some point, maybe next fall, and lay out a little bit more of what that means. We're gonna try to offer some bocce this year, that, they're expanding the sports. And, you know, Special Olympics still handles a lot of the track and field, but I feel like unified track and field will be another area that maybe we could be a primary source to host, especially when our new track and field is done. So unified bowling and basketball was just a huge success, represented very well. And then each page takes you through the seasons. And the one thing that's cool about this booklet are the little blurbs. Although they're not quotes, they come from our coaches directly. So at the end of each season, we ask for a wrap up of the year accomplishments, improvements, things that the athletic department can do better to provide for their seasons. And the coaches provide these. So we were able to take some quotes, and go down and find what the coaches saw and what they were proud of in terms of improvements. And that goes all the way down, you know, to the boys soccer, cross country, across the board. And like I said, when you go through this, you're seeing participation numbers, and that's the key here, because our district needs all of our athletes, our students to be student athletes. The winner, once again, with the boys basketball top, a Final Four run. Our girls basketball had one of its finest seasons in the last decade, and you know, on down the line. One thing that we did see, our indoor track program, and we're competing over at Houghton, over Buff State, and there's a lot of combined schools in these individualized sports, and it's becoming more of a trend. And our program is standing strong on their own, and sending a whole company of athletes on long weekend days. Dr. Beeler talked about busing, and that's a 5:30, 6 o'clock departure and a 7 or 8 p.m. return. So our indoor track programs, getting the job done. Our spring sports, we mentioned the girls lacrosse program, and the girls track, just a huge way to finish the year with some real positives. And once again, we have some highlights from the coaches, and they are, I love the picture of the Dolphin right there. I just noticed that. But you know, the culmination of all this was towards the back page, and we waited on this to get some end of the year awards pictures. And one of the proudest moments of this year was the picture at the top. And we had an explosion of athletes playing at the next level. And we saw it over the last couple of years. And it was cool to highlight some of our previous scholar or student athletes who went on to participate at the college level. And I think, you know, that maybe motivated some of our younger athletes, and this would have been sophomores at that time, to want to do the same. And, you know, in my opinion, you know, playing at the college level, you can make it through college athletics. You're going to be around successful people. They're driven. Obviously, they're academic, and they get through it. So it's something that we promote, and we try to motivate our student athletes to do. And that's just a cool picture, because we were able to highlight that. First team All-State, we had 3, and then our standard awards for our male and female athletes, our Warrior Pride. And Bennett, I'm gonna let you jump in. And
I just want to echo on behalf of the coaches, and speaking with all of our coaches, they really want to express their thanks to the Board of Education and to our administration. This is, Salamanca has become a destination for athletics, not only in our facilities, but attracting quality coaches, the quality of our athletes, the connections that we're creating with colleges and universities to not only allow our students to play at the next level, but also to be prepared academically. And there's been a lot of hard work with our coaches. I know my favorite part, and something that was echoed by the coaches, the community support. You know, Chad got to deal with it firsthand. I've never seen a bigger crowd at Will South for a football game. We competed at Buff State and we had larger crowds than any AA or AAA school that was up there, including a huge crowd that drove 6 hours to Glens Falls. But the one memory that sticks out most to me was the girls lacrosse playoff game and the thunderstorm, the rain, how late it started, and we still had our community out supporting our girls lacrosse team in their first ever sectional championship. So we're proud of how our athletics programs were able to bring the community together, and we're certainly thankful and appreciative of your support. So thank you.
The thing I do want to mention to everyone in the room, and I greatly appreciate the way we operate as a team, because even going back to yesterday's or the meeting the other day, 6th graders moving up to 7th graders. I was able to get some time, Coach Ben and I, to talk to 6th graders coming into 7th grade. What's the standard? How are we going to operate? You're now under the high school umbrella. And we tend to get that from all of our principals and our staff, and we work great together, and that resonates. So I just appreciate that. Thank you guys for allowing us to highlight athletics and, you know, back and we got to do it all over again, right? Any questions or anything? Good?
Just interesting, numbers. You talked about those players moving on. So we have about 12% of our graduating class playing on, and NCAA reports that the average is 7%. So we have almost twice as many of our high school athletes that are playing in college as the national average, which is pretty significant. So nice job.
Well, thank you guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Great job. Great job.
All right, we're gonna move on to item number 4, communications. Do we have any public comment? Title 6. Not online?
Nope.
Okay. So let's move on to central office message. Who's gonna start us out? Okay.
We're still moving along as we're preparing for our new shift in-house summer school is going to run. All the details are being ironed out, and we are doing a good job of planning through all the details as far as selecting assessments and selecting materials and moving to in Seneca and Prospect particularly 100% intervention model. And the principals RTI coordinators and teachers are now all working together to figure out the details. So we're excited to see. Our students need some progress at the end of the summer.
Karen.
OILS. So, capital projects, phase 3.3, we filed the final cost report today. So that one is done and Kim's building's all set. 3.4, we have substantial completion done. We've got about 95% of the furniture is in, and a bunch of people have moved into their offices. We haven't had a chance to walk over and see what that all looks like. It's absolutely gorgeous. Very cool. Phase 4 is moving along as well. As far as facilities, they are gearing up for the deep summer clean and alternating hallways, etc., for all the programming that happens here all summer long. So they get them in one spot, they clean another, then they swap them, etc. So they're constantly on the move. Transportation's gearing up for all the summer runs and the bus cleaning, and I'm working on some bid projects for some vans replacement for them. Food services, John snuck out on me. He's gearing up for summer food service for the first time, which will be interesting to see the counts and how that goes from our prior county run program to how many kids we serve based on our own scratch cooking, which will be awesome. Grants running through the usual suspects like 611, 619, UPK, and all the titles and all those things. Those are all being worked on if they're not already submitted. We have submitted some new grant programs. We've got out requests or applications, for swings at Prospect, a school violence prevention program, tobacco cessation program, salad bars in schools program, and food justice, which would include indigenous foods within our cafeteria. So all of those are new programs that we've, are new grant programs that we've applied for and are waiting to hear. And then as far as the regular business operations, we are, begging people to turn their invoices in so we can get things paid for the year, and closing all the grant programs and our year-end payroll. We had some issues with Erie One networking last Wednesday, and our 2 payroll girls, I felt so bad for them because they're trying to get payroll done and the system kept shutting them out. And they had to work on the day off in order to get everybody paid last Friday. So thank them for that. And just a general closeout of 23-24 and working to open 24-25 and preparing for an admin retreat that Dr. B doesn't know about. And
Very excited.
and prepping for New Warrior Academy. Other than that, it's business as usual.
Very awesome. Did I hear something about Fry Bread Fridays? Is that what you said?
We can make that happen.
Yeah.
I think I heard that.
If you can get that passed through USDA, I absolutely. 100%.
Hey, we got
I
chicken.
have no idea where to even start.
Yeah, but that is, I mean, indigenous foods is definitely something that, John is working with, as far as his, fellowship with the Chef Hand Foundation. We have some work, with Brigade as a consultant, and actually last Thursday, I think it was, I sat in on a, webinar with, a chef from Minnesota, and he is Lakota. And he's working with different organizations, getting indigenous foods on their programming, et cetera. So I want to get a hold of them and find out if we can bring them in to help us as well. So maybe there will be a private.
Fingers crossed.
How about a warrior burger on fry bread?
There you go. Even better.
That was.
Okay, so central office, we're gonna continue this. Let's start up top with Nikki. What do you got for us?
It's a really busy time of year. It's very exciting. We have had a lot of fun days happening and outdoor activities, kickball games, field days, art project days, lots of celebrations. Lots of meetings with teachers to go over, the planning for class lists, and there's a lot that goes into that, making sure that we think on all our students' needs and all the planning for next year. We are fully planned for summer school. We have about 70 students attending at Seneca in grades 4 through 6, that doesn't include our 7th graders. Our RTI coordinators, Aaron and Becky, have hit the ground running, meeting with teachers and planning all of that out. We had a wonderful 7th grade looking up ceremony. And I just take so much pride at the end of the school year and reflection on the teachers, because I feel like we recognize them throughout the school year, but at the end of the year, when you're waving to the buses and you see kids crying, you know that you did a really good job that year. And when you know that they want to be here, and that just is a reflection of everybody that's lined up waiting to the kids. And it's always so funny when people say, well, what do you do all summer? Or what if you do? Oh, must be nice to have summer off. But the amount of time and work and effort and planning that goes into the summer for teachers and administrators and everybody is, it's hard to even explain what you do all summer, but it doesn't just get back and relax. But I just want to say thank you to the teachers and really recognize them. That includes all of the staff at Center. They just worked really hard, and we had a lot of tears of kids drove away today, and that was just a problem.
Awesome. Kim?
Yeah, and I think, very similar at Prospect. We already have people coming back to the building, beginning of July and kicking off, the start of summer with professional development and working with the coaches. And I know that's very similar at Seneca as well. So there's a lot of work and planning that goes in over the summer. And I know that, they're so dedicated to their jobs, and it's just, it is, I'm always very proud, and, I feel honored to work alongside so many dedicated individuals. And that extends, throughout the district, not just the team that we have at Prospect, but, to jump back into the end of the year, it was very, very busy, fun. We continue to try to hold kids accountable and keep the standard of high quality instruction, up until the last day of school, but kind of add in, those layers of celebration of all of our work throughout the school year. So we had our fun days and field day and splash days and NWEA growth, celebrations and graduations, all of those things. But one thing we did new this year that I would like to highlight is we added, our end of the year assembly was starting to get to the point where it was quite long. And it was a long time, especially for 4 and 5-year-olds to sit. So we separated out some things and the main component was our 3rd grade celebration. So, and it was a really special moment. I think it was a nice connection to a transition piece for Nikki and Aaron came over and SRO Smith and welcomed the families. We invited all the 3rd grade families. So that was a nice piece that we added in this year, and I hope we can continue that, just honoring, it's a big transition they are going to the big school now, so it's a big time for them. So it was a nice way to kind of wrap up the year and kind of put a little spin on our end of the year celebration. But yeah, our send off today, very similar. We had kids not wanting to leave and staff loving them and, telling them, reassuring them they're gonna have a great summer and we look forward to seeing them in September, but it is always a very bittersweet moment to celebrate everything that we've done all year long. And I'm very proud, so.
Thank you. Jane, Adam, anything else, or are you guys good?
Nobody cried when they left.
Well, hey, those future goals work on.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you got, Jerry?
So, yeah, much like Kim and Nikki already talked about, we're wrapping up this year, finishing up plans for summer and working on next year right now for CSEs. We've been working on program placements, planning for new programming for kids, working with building principals on programming to best meet our kids' needs and disabilities. And just trying to make partnerships with other school districts, other agencies to find out what other resources and supports are out there for our kids to help support them in the best way possible. And try to bring as many of our kids back to our home as much as we can. So I'm proud of the 611 classroom that we started at Prospect this year. We moved up to Seneca. I'm really kind of excited about seeing where the kids go, starting off the school year in the building in September and seeing where they go. So I'm pretty psyched about that. And the stuff that we're growing as a district is really, really awesome. So yeah, just wrap it up this year, getting summer on the way and get next year planned out as best we can. So that's where we're at.
Yeah, thank you.
Sure.
Levi, what do you got going on?
Just wrapping up grading and everything with teachers. Been working with elementary principals and interventions to create an intervention module in PowerSchool where their interventions can track progress and monitoring everything. We just built a behavioral module that they can track that as well. So hopefully we'll have some concrete data over the next couple of years that they can look back at and it'll actually travel with the student, throughout their whole entire school career. But just gearing up for graduation and gonna get that situated later this week and get ready for summer school on the 8th.
Awesome. Thank you. Lloyd.
I guess I'll keep it short and sweet. I just want to thank all the staff, very dedicated, hardworking, professional staff. Wish them a refreshing summer as they plug through the year. And I'll echo what the other buildings said. We're planning for the summer and gearing up for next year. Very excited about that. July 1. And then just a word to the senior class. It was very refreshing to see that class come together and really, oftentimes you'll see small cliques and that didn't seem the case with this class at the end of the year. They're moving up them. Day assembly was very classy and their pranks were kept to a minimum and I appreciate that and wish them the best in all that they do. I'll leave it at that.
All right, thanks, Lloyd. Chris, what do you got for us?
Yeah, I mean, everybody said pretty much everything already. A nice luncheon today for the staff. Very appreciative of everything they do for the kids day in and day out. All of our staff, I mean, it's a special group, not just Valley School, but in each of the buildings. Our kids deserve the best and we give them the very best. So super proud of them and the hard work that they do. really wouldn't find more dedicated anywhere. So thankful for that. Wrapping up grades and regents exams today. Planning for graduation outside over at Vets on Friday. Taking over running summer school, so I'll worry about that. But other than that, I just, I want to thank the Board of Education, the Southern community, the Southern Nation, just for the years of support. It's been truly amazing. And just, looking and seeing the people that you've impacted and people who've impacted you over the years is special. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. All right.
I say, Chris, this is your last speech you ever have to make, right?
Well,
Almost, right? Almost the last.
Yeah. Let's move on to Board of Education message. Christian,
Sure.
get us rolling.
Sure, got a couple more up there. Give me a second here to dry my eyes. No, I know. Hey, like Mr. Seaver, I'm very emotional as well. I'm wearing my heart on my sleeve, but no, I just want to thank our presenters tonight, for compiling this nice presentation here and it's congratulations to all of our students, our student athletes, on the completion of a very successful, and as Chad and Adam said, a historic, year. I'm very proud to be a part of it, be on this Board of Education, go along and support you at all your events. It's been a true honor of mine. So, and then I want to congratulate all of our retirees. I think you said 17, Dr. Beeler. That's amazing. I wish you guys all the best in your endeavors moving forward. And thank you for all you've done for the district. Just thanks for the teachers, the staff, faculty, administrators, everybody for your dedication to this district. Very much appreciated. And I'm looking forward to graduation later this week. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Christian. Tracy?
Well, I'd like to start off by, I attended the National Junior Honor Society pinning ceremony, which was really, I don't want to use the word cute, but I mean, it was nice. It was nice. And, I can't remember how many students were pinned in that ceremony, but congrats to you all. I also was able to come to the appreciation luncheon that we provided to the staff, and it seemed like everybody was enjoying that. Carson's put on a good barbecue, and got to speak with some staff, and they were real thankful for that, and they enjoyed it. I'd like to say congratulations to all the retirees, and I hope you enjoy your time as you get to do with it what you please. Also, looking forward to graduation on Friday. And thank you to all the staff and the principals and everybody who made it a great school year.
All right, thank you. Ted?
I just wanted to thank all the staff for coming out today, students, retirees. I mean, it's ironic this meeting that for some of the people in the audience, it's their first first school board meeting ever. And on others, it may possibly be their last. But thank you, teachers, admin, for getting our kids through another year. Congratulations to the seniors. Welcome to the next chapter of your life, and however that may go for all of you and all the other students that have advanced. And looking forward to graduation, and hopefully it'll be a nice night for it.
Yeah, thank you. Right?
Congrats to all the athletic teams. The rest of our coaches said next year undefeated state championship. I think you said. Best of luck to all the graduating seniors.
Sports, we're not picking it now.
Best of luck to all the graduating seniors. I still remember when I graduated, I was heading off to Alfred University to be mentored by fellow Salmaker alumni, Tom Killen, who happens to be here tonight. Congrats to all the retirees. I was in 8th grade when Mr. Seaver, the 7th grade. I didn't have him as a teacher, but he certainly got to teach me a lot of lessons when he was the assistant wrestling coach my freshman year. So I appreciate that. And he
Well, probably never anymore.
All right, thank you, Brad. Dale, what do you got?
I just want to say, congrats to all the retirees. Thank you for all your years of service. We're gonna miss you dearly. And also congrats to the class of 2024. You know, it's been a long, productive year. And, I look forward to seeing everybody walk across stage and Friday. And also, thanks Chad and Adam for the updates on the year-long sports events. Yeah, it's nice to see everything all in one, one sheet that, all of the accomplishments we've had throughout the year. So, congrats and thanks to all the staff and the administration, for helping our students make it through this year. Thanks.
Thank you, Dale. All right, as always, thank you all the staff. Thank you for getting us to where we are. Appreciate every single one of you, and I mean that. I think about it like right now, being at the end of the year, it's not the calendar days that got us here, it's you staff who got us here, the kids that got us here. So thank you all. I'm looking forward to Friday. Friday is gonna be a great event. Hopefully the weather holds out. It'll be a nice day to sit on those bleachers and watch a nice graduation. Can't wait to hear all the speeches that night. That's the highlight for me. Yeah, gearing up already. Yeah. So thank you all. Thank you all for the presentations, retirees. Hey, waste out Yahweh. Can't be replaced. And Dr. Beeler said it. It's bittersweet. It really is. Part of, like for us, it's that bitterness of we're losing somebody good. The sweet part is, man, we're happy for you. And you should be happy for yourselves. We talk about this all the time. My colleague here retired this past year, and I tell him every day how jealous I am. Yeah. So if you need any advice on retirement, come talk to this guy. He's got it down already. 1 year in. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. That it's a little bit like we think about a lot of things, and Brad already went down that road. We're talking nostalgia. My man Tommy Callan right there. We think about sports. We think about past. 1993, Rich Stadium. I think I threw a touchdown pass to Mr. Tom Callan to win us the Section 6 title. Yeah, that's going back quite a ways. But that's not what it's about though. But you know what? It is what it's about. The memories, here, being a warrior. That's what it's about. So thank you all. I think that's pretty much all I got for tonight. Dr. Beeler.
I can't say anything that hasn't been said, and I can't say anything better. So thank you to the board. And as we wrap up this year, let's look forward to the next year and we'll look for the best.
All right. Thank you all. All right. So we're going to move on. Consent agenda, item 5. We have some travel conference overnight trips, or CSE recommendations, CPSE recommendations, and we have the consent approval. So we need a motion to approve the consent agenda items.
Motion.
Motion by Tracy.
Second.
Second by Tad. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carried. All right, we have nothing under old business, and now we're on to item number 7, new business. So be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the Board of Education reorganizational meeting will be held on July 9th, 2024 to begin at 5:30 p.m. in the high school large group instructional room. Be approved. Can I get a motion to approve?
Motion.
Second.
Motion, I think Christian got it?
Yeah.
Motion by Christian, second by Dale. Any questions? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion approved. All right, item B, we're going on to declare surplus. We have some surplus items. We resolve that upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the following cafeteria furniture be declared surplus and be sold through an auction to be approved. We have 10 bench tables, 12 cluster swivel chairs with tables, 10 30 by 48 inch tables, 20 30 by 72 tables, 5 round tables, tall round tables, 2 bistro tables, 16 fold-up tables, 167 chairs. Did I get a motion to approve?
Motion.
Motion by Brad.
Second.
I think Dale beat you. I'll give it to Dale. Second by Dale. Any questions? No questions? All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. All right, item C, allowance distribution. Be resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the Board of Education hereby approves the following allowance distributions. Allowance distribution phase for GC HK Services Incorporated, $46,528. I need a motion to approve.
Motion.
Motion by Dale. Second. Second by Brad. Any questions? How about you give us one now?
Sure. So, this is an allowance distribution, which means we have funds that are set aside for things that might come up during the construction. So this is related to, phase 4. So that's what's happening behind us. A decision was made during the design point to keep the existing rear building, which will be modified and turned into a concession stand. Once the contractors got into some of the disassembly of the building, they recognized some pretty significant deficiencies. One of which was the floor and the walls, which, if you know the rear building, that's pretty much the whole rear building. The floor had erosion underneath it, and the concrete that was existing there would not be able to support what was going to be placed inside of it. The walls, which are cinder block, were not filled in or reinforced, so they were just sort of stacked on top of each other. And in order to make that suitable for the roof and what's going to go in there, we needed to remove the concrete floor that was in there for a new floor, and then install rebar into the walls and grout that in I think every so many feet, so that there's actually concrete essentially in the walls and down into the footers, so that it would be capable of holding the roof. So this is not necessarily a change order because we had funding set aside for this. It does not escalate the cost, but this has been through the finance committee who has approved this, and it is here to the board for final approval.
Thank you. Thank you. Any other questions, anything? No? We had a motion in a second, so all in favor? Aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, motion carried. Okay, item D, we have a donation. Be resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the Salamanca City Central School District Board of Education accepts a one-time donation from the Seneca Nation of Indians Economic Development Company, SNIDEC, in the amount of $500 to be used as a donation to the class of 2027 for the Cindy Moore 5K and Scholarship Fund, and a letter of appreciation be sent, and be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the Salamanca City Central School District Board of Education accepts a one-time donation from Haley John and PJ Neubauer in the amount of $200 to be used as a donation to the Cindy Moore Memorial Scholarship, and a letter of appreciation be sent, be approved. And I get a motion.
Motion.
Motion by Tracy, second by Ted. Second by Ted. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay, then we have another donation, item E. Be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the Salamanca City Central School District Board of Education accepts a one-time donation of books for kindergarten and first grade students for the summer from Liz and Jim Hennenberg, valued at $1,000 to be used for kindergarten and first grade students and families at Prospect Elementary School, and a letter of appreciation be sent. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second. Oh, who's that? Christian with a motion, Dale with a second. Any questions? Questions? All in favor? Aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion carried. All right, item F, we are creating a position. Be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent and as a result of changes within the district, the following positions be created effective July 1, 2024. Substitute cook manager, high school and Prospect Elementary School. Can I get a motion? Motion. Motion by Brad. Second. Second by Dale. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay, item G, capital project phase 3.4 high school office addition and alterations, mechanical roof co-op. Be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent and Turner Construction Company, it is therefore recommended to award a contract to the following vendor based on cooperative contract for the phase 3.4 capital project, high school district office, addition and alterations. A.W. Farrell and Son Mechanical Roof Co-op, $219,098. Can I get a motion? Motion. Motion by Dale,
Second.
second by Christian. Any questions? Rundown?
Sure. So the funds for this are coming from residual funds, leftover funds.
Basically leftover from
Yes.
3.1.
So this is part of the, essentially the 3.4, we had ventilation and the dehumidification unit on the pool roof was scheduled to be replaced. When they took that off, they noticed that the roof insulation was soaked pretty much throughout the roof, which means that water is penetrating through what we would consider to be the roof itself. And the insulation is absorbing the water, and the vapor barrier which is underneath that is really the only thing keeping it from leaking into the building. Once that was recognized, we did an assessment to determine if the entire roof needed to be replaced. It came back that we did. We had funding left over from the project, and we are using a cooperative bid to replace that entire section of it.
Okay, any other questions, anything? All right, we had a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, any opposed? All right, motion carried. Okay, we're going on to item number 8, personnel consent agenda. Item A is personnel action. We have a lot on here for the, certified classified FMLA, paid leave of absence, unpaid leave of absence, certified classified appointments, certified classified substitute, and for clarification, this is the one that we amended.
Correct.
All the long-term substitute teacher assistants.
That is correct, as well as the long-term substitute teachers. So basically, any STA long-term substitutes are coming off of the agenda. Those individuals will remain in their current probationary appointments, which is a good thing.
Okay, we have student teacher internship, practical field work outside agency. We have coaching appointments. Item B, we have summer bus monitor. Item C, we have our summer program teachers at Prospect and Seneca. Item D, we have our summer STEAM camp teacher. Item E, summer athletic camp teachers. Item F, substitute summer food service helper. Item G, we have, our summer school teachers, special education, Apex monitors, summer teacher aide. Item H, we have our summer RTI math coordinator. Item I, we have summer adventure camp teachers. And item J, be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the Board of Education approves the personnel action items listed in the public content section 8 of section 8, item A, item B, item C, item D, item E, item F, item G, item H, and item I. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Sounded like Tad beat you, so motion by Tad, second by Tracy. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Do we want to go over?
Yeah,
Wait.
yeah, sorry.
Wait for it. Okay. All right, item K, the contract for the superintendent. Be it resolved that upon a recommendation of the superintendent, the agreement between the Board of Education of the Salamanca City Central School District and Dr. Mark Wheeler regarding the contract extension for a 5-year period commencing on July 1, 2024 and terminating on June 24, 2029, unless extended or terminated, be approved, and the Board of Education president be authorized to execute the agreement be approved. Do I have a motion? Motion. Second. Motion by Dale, second by Brad. Any questions? I'd just like to say that Dr. Beal has been with us since I believe it was 2015. In capacity as the assistant superintendent and moved up to our superintendent. And we as a board have met and talked about this, and we feel that he is doing a phenomenal job here, and we are happy to extend his contract for another 5 years and look forward to what the future brings for our district under his guidance. So, congratulations, Dr. Burke. Make it official. You have a motion in a second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Congratulations. Thank you very much. So we'll move on for one more. Contract for the Assistant Superintendent of Finance and Operations. Be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the agreement between the Board of Education and the Salamanca City Central School District and Mrs. Karen S. McGarrett regarding the contract extension for a 5-year period commencing on July 1, 2024, and terminating on June 24, 2029, unless extended or terminated, be approved, and the superintendent be authorized to execute the agreement be approved. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Christian,
Second.
second by Dale. And just like to say, Karen's been here with us for a long time. And and she has done a phenomenal job. You know, she keeps us on our toes. She questions us. She challenges us. And quite frankly, sometimes that's what we need. And speaking for myself, I appreciate everything she provides, everything that she questions us on, even the tough questions and even the tough challenges. Karen does an awesome job here, and we're excited to continue her employment with us for the next 5 years. So we'll make it official. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Tradition, I asked for speeches from everybody who's new here, so even though you're not new, but what do you got for us?
Oh.
You got a speech for us?
I can say a couple words. I should have known. I watch this every 2 weeks. Really, I couldn't be more prouder to do the best I can to serve our students here in Salamanca and our staff. I truly and wholeheartedly believe that our responsibility as administrators is to support our individuals that are in the classroom. And that would be our teachers and our students. And I look forward to having an opportunity to do the best that I can to create the best learning environment. And I believe our role and my role is to do that by supporting our teachers in the classroom. So I thank you for that opportunity and look forward to continuing my work here as a warrior.
Thank you. Karen?
I pretty much like Mark said, you know, I take great pride in what I do. Not only for the district, but for the community and the people that live here. And of course, the community, that work here. I just always try to do my best in anything and everything that I do. And questioning you guys sometimes, as hard as it is to like, okay, I'm putting my job on the line, but here we go. I know it's the right thing to do, so I do it, and I greatly appreciate the feedback that I get from Mark. We like to do and end up agreeing at the end. We can agree to disagree on different things and whatever, but you know, we have a fantastic working relationship, and I think the working relationship we have with not only Mark, but also the board, and hopefully the rest of the administration feels that way as well. I think that's why we can do what we do here.
Thank you. I agree. Thank you. All right, so what about staff introductions?
Let's see, Mr. Stewart, do you, or Mr. Long, do you have anyone here?
Yeah, so I think it was mentioned earlier by yourself, once a warrior, always a warrior. So I'd like to reintroduce Ms. Sheila Callan, a warrior returning home, and we're glad to have her. The interview panel was very excited and feels that she's an absolute perfect fit for our Spanish department. We're excited for her to start here and look forward to her energetic presence in the hallways and just a delightful face of coming back home. So, Ms. Sheila Callan, thank you.
Oh, we have to talk? Yeah, I'm really excited. I started my teaching career, back at Prospect, back in 2006 under Jean Pasquarella. And I started off as a TA when I changed careers. I then went on to pre-K and kindergarten at Hinsdale, and then I went on to middle school Spanish, and I also teach some college connection courses at Allegheny Limestone right now. I'm ready for a change. I'm ready to come back. I guess what I want to say is my roots, although my family isn't here anymore, they moved on. They passed on or have moved. My roots are still here, and it felt good to come into the interview and just see the familiar faces that I saw. And to come here tonight, and even though my husband's getting more attention than I am. It feels really good. Feels really good to be back and to be back to the roots. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to come back. I'm excited to be there.
I'm glad to have you.
And that's, okay, so I get to fill in for Marcy Brown, our Director of Technology, who would be here by Zoom, but.
Well,
I'm
she's here, but I don't know.
Oh, all right.
Can-
I can speak for her. I have her, oh, there she is. It actually looks like she has a halo or something.
Every day, you just
She's
probably
muted.
see-
No, it's the
Probably
very
our-
first
probably
time that we
ours.
can't
Hold
hear
on,
her.
Marcy.
She's like, see, I'm not there, and look at it.
Can you hear me?
I can hear on this one.
Hold on.
Mark's got it. He can read. I know he can. I've seen him.
You said you can read it.
All right, here we go.
Mark,
We were prepared for this just in case we had some technical issues. So we are here to welcome Jeremy O'Brien. Jeremy is a former graduate of Salamanca, and he's going to be joining our technology department. It's interesting, this sort of trend to bring warriors back, so he's the next one to be brought back. He comes to us with extensive experience surrounding network management, cybersecurity, and experience in the educational technology realm. His expertise and dedication will play a crucial role in ensuring the safety and security of our digital infrastructure. His knowledge in regard to how systems function within education are exciting to the growth we are seeing within the district. We are super excited, that sounds like Marcy, super excited to welcome him to our office and the district as a whole. So, welcome aboard.
And your turn for speech.
So class of 2007. So I've going on 18 years in the industry, started out, went to Alfred State, Stephen Ozzie up there and Ross, and I don't think I've ever saw Tom over at the Alfred Youth Center, but definitely Ozzie, but Alfred State, worked at Dresser and Siemens for about 10 years, we went from the help desk, PC Tech, into the network team. Worked at Billing and Wholesale as a systems administrator for about 3 years, and then I've been at St. Bonnie for about 5 years. Excited to join the team. I'm excited to come back. I was talking to Sheila, she used to do the library.
I know, right.
But no, I'm excited. Marcy's been great. The team was great. I'm just excited to jump in and secure the network. Safe tech in there.
Awesome. We're glad to have you. Welcome back.
Welcome.
Okay, well, welcome to everybody else who is new on the agenda, who might not be present or online, but we still appreciate everybody, and especially those who want to come back to us. All right, so moving on, number 9, board information reports discussion. 2 major events this week. On Wednesday night at 5:30, we have our senior parade that's going to be coming down Broad Street to Vets Park. So if you haven't seen it before, come on out to Broad Street and watch the parade. It's a great event. And then the highlight of the year, high school graduation, 7 o'clock at Vets Park, Friday night. Everybody should be there. It's gonna be awesome. So that's all we got. Anybody else have anything? No? Yes, no? Okay. All right, well, I'll take a motion to adjourn the meeting. Motion by Brad. Second. Second by Dale. Any comment, questions, hesitations? All right, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, motion approved. We are adjourned. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.